destroying an economy like this.
Yamwachi biemo akwa biemo de ba Badwam dwumadie so na ase na yede ma mo amohwe Adom TV Badwam dwumadie na so yatena se eye nkomodie eye adwentoato a eboa oman Ghana se yebetimi yetu anamo afi ba bia ewe akoba bi foforo na yafa yentuma perfra for a better Ghana enuti na ye nyina no yeti ha na no pay yede na ase ema mo amohwe fi amanone Equatorial Guinea, Gabon, Liberia, Senegal, Nigeria, and Togo, Benin. More here on internet, so London and US, multitvworld.com/streams. And I'm paying Asian Kwane, the more Midini Kaba, Kojo Asariba for a champion. And I'm paying Komo or Yapronso. Yes, yet me Kayeng New Komo. Government of Ghana, any NDC, Abaye or Omemha edi atuja se multimedia jumeko eya de so mo edin se oso eya ebi yebiem na we look at the fallout ehun tetio ene papa mu bebre ya aba ni eye nkomo a wo ya pono so ebinu mu fa kire se efitete ya NDC wo mo aba mu PNDC abre no mo empe media ene kwa mfa so ye adwuma no eno ena esan ba bi mu ana eno eya asema ye bebisa na ya pe ehun answer sanso ena National Executive Committee enra crisis na crunch meeting the ma NDC Kroyara Ura Kofi Adams Deputy General Secretary the ma party no na wono anso so kasama for the makane Penny Rollins was say any opening no ma suspended no for 3 months aden ne boni awaye ne say ya tese ani bia ya chiegu ahoma so ya esusu say ye Ura ono Kofi Adams ne Ura Gabi Asorochida ko Dankwa Institute Executive Director Umakudi nkomo ye nkomodie nyina ne se omo pese NDC aban ni sesi form na President Mills or ye 1-term president enu tim benifo se pending se ye behwe nsem no mu awie no ya set up disciplinary committee ura Kofi Adams akohia omo na ya toto na no ne ebisa asasem no kure mu a se hwem na asasem no kure mu a ye besan reinstate no se no kure bi wo mu so no dia na the necessary sanctions no ye de ama no na be bia niam kika koi ebinum so se a target of the Rollinses na no ye usu bempa ababesin Kofi Adams so na ekuri wan biem na bedru no so some ye bibisa say is it really a target of the Rollinses now so no energy minister say ya set up technical committee say Gridco VRA ECG ye misa omo say na say nationwide power outages wo ha na kania foin na dum kania foin na dum nam hefa efri hefa na yempe baby a ebitimi amasa de no ebi emabiem PPP enra so friends and trofon hyiam omasem nyina ne se BC se ono Dr. Parko Sindum Ghana photo abama na ebetwam tinton won pebiem ni nyina ne se etu nkwada gu abonten afi bia yemu madwuma bia 1.5 million every month every year 1.5 every year yeah yemu ni sanu dwuma bia na afi o ma be burden e de ama society anything from class 1 to GSSS and our senior high school no be free but compulsory. Now policy ne say leave no child behind. Feasible, possible, doable. You betimi aye nkomo ebedie. Another pay benefit na say. Nia me na kire ye odi kan ote mensa ebenkum so ehayara Owura Kwabena Bonfe Junior, immediate past national youth organizer edema CPP ene o contest CPP anemu Kintampo North about 1% so for parliament. Kwabena akwaba. Bibi aboko de.
So position in the atwam no ageno to me shadow cabinet member responsible for youth and sports.
Kwabena no kan kire me.
Oh, it's news. You kayache.
Mate, shadow minister.
Broadening horizon.
If you buy actually, broadening horizon. It's shadow minister for youth and sports.
Shadow cabinet member.
Shadow minister for the guy we are a shadow president. Shadow vice president. Anyway, you talk to me, Owura Solomon Nkansa. Owura Solomon Nkansa, national propaganda secretary, ni deputy, she's a deputy propaganda secretary at the NDC. Solo akwaba.
Yeah,
yo. You heard him say Owura Kofi say Ameya, MPP parliamentary candidate for Sujaman, will also join us. Na yeshe nkomodie no ase. Na nkomodie no nyina ye kwam.
Na me feel say NDC party any aban.
Minim say obebisa kwabna.
Oh, who didn't say mebusa, mami musa so. They boycotted multimedia. What is Solomon Kanza doing here? And then now open.
Ono abeyi sa asem na no.
Obeyi na no. No, but I think your station, your media house must as I must take fair decision. Oh, government is Australian relations.
We are boycotting government and NDC. No, you are boycotting government and NDC.
Me, I'm leading the campaign. Say, yeah, solidarity for you. I may call on other independent media houses. So almost joining by boycotting government actions. So they see what American. Now, more entertaining.
Kwabna, me say multimedia.
What do you need from them?
Multimedia.
They need you more than you need them.
Kwabna, multimedia.
Boycotting the media. Let that government battle with the media.
Yeah, boycotting government.
They want to do it. They can do it.
Boycotting government. And for a national officer to come and sit here, no.
President Mills elect president-elect. Multimedia.
Kawano Pado.
That's why
Kawano Pado.
Yanko BBC. Ura James Ajenim Boateng. Edin Sembi Tuja. BBC. And then no, in fact, and Ra Anopa Amachi. BBC Network Africa. So Yanko to set the tone. Nafe. You look at the various angles. Yeah, about since our same way break here. On the media landscape. BBC Ura James Ajenim Boateng.
Government accuses multimedia of unfair coverage. James Ajenim Boateng is Ghana's Deputy Minister for Information, and he explained things to Bola Mosuro.
We are asking for a very simple thing, for guarantees from the station that it can give our panelists protection when they appear on their program. Asking for unbiased coverage, we are asking for fair parties and representations on their station.
They want balanced coverage, surely, if they're asking for participation when you give media briefings, if they're asking for members of the NDC government to appear on their programs and you're now refusing, you're not allowing balanced coverage.
The exercise of editorial discretion and the editorial decisions are matters for the station to do. What we are asking for in this whole boycott is one of fairness. We want fair coverage for our activities.
But what would you say to those citizens who say, well, your actions are now giving them cause for concern because it appears the Ghanaian government doesn't want in existence any media group that perhaps doesn't willingly spout its views or that's willing to criticize the government or give others such a platform?
That is far from correct. We are not asking broadcasters or media practitioners to be on our side. We have not interfered with the coverage of any radio or television or newspaper house in Ghana. Indeed, we have a very strong and vibrant media.
Surely your actions are clamping down on the operations of the media group. You don't like what they do, so you're now saying don't cover anything that we do. How is that democratic?
I do not see how they constitute a stifling of their activities. What we have said is that if we would stick to the facts and we will not get fair and adequate coverage, then I do not think that we can be compelled to be speaking on their networks in terms of granting interviews and making radio show appearances.
Is this a decision which has been approved by President Jonathan Mills?
This is the position that a representative of government.
Abai approves of Sani Mekosi Ura James Ajenim Boateng live on BBC. So, Mami can say Abai issue press release on the boycott of government on multimedia platforms signed by Ura Fris, Balfour Minister of Information. A catalogue now one list Abu Bobo Bosso near into Abai ehuni say multimedia air bias. But solo we have multi TV. Your caucus majority caucus more Belgium Moba any other. How biased have multi TV and your platforms are to NDC and government?
Kaba, and pay Michiana, a chief Nashafuna. Questioner at the Abbey. Koy baby and Kamian. And no, I mean in the situation of Aban. yɛbɛpɛ dɛ yɛbɛka ma yɛdi yie yɛde ato yie party ɔyɛ NDC na yɛba abanim ɛna yɛabɛto aban na hyɛ ne engineerfo Iron Party de na yenim because me general secretary mfrem nka nchem de yenyi multimedia yenyi one problem but ono so nkyere de aban ye bibi dem a or de eyi aban to chen NDC party na NDC government odu baby aye kol odu baby ansonsunu wom anwon ala nsem trophy asem bi ba no ya ban na asem na party nkoka otum pointing out chende oya banade but nto de aban na nchodo oye to du baby another me separation iden waba odu baby another me binding no so waba na my ebe kind wesi na am solo maiden ma betna it tells you mpo there giving the opportunity that cordial relationship and this thing will be re-established. In some no kind of brain on
na my entire say nature say decision government to take here na party was not informed.
Them na makacho Sunday. Some them makacho ne any damn po call next meeting. You take a very serious decisions. We have to defend those decisions. But there was no any announcement there. The memo be call
from the party point of view.
Yeah. And let me tell you, don't you see a hanum normal? Oh yeah, na no kwalka wo Ghana widen. Ebe kan wa hai, ebe onde ebinima amado out of contest. Na waji yeden wajinanam. Nti mausa makacho monsia don't forget the NDC party. See it na opposition them MPP tina opposition ya. Ye nya akonya dem ye nya yede ye nyemebi. Nti abane ya ndibi na otinan kra na also a offending and no na bankasa wo man rehwe from widen ojeju yem onu nti mameka chon there it could be there we take a decision no or ye oversight into ambo party amane and na say wo bo party amane anhwa nche ngita wonzi bi bokoduma ebi ompanka ye decision on coming to fruition or what have you enti mamaka chon there it is the wish of NDC party anyen yanyi multimedia yin woni sanacha you understand enti say yeni jinado bi ade mama yanko multimedia na ya baha man fan jinado mfan toto abana name because na mala ma afase kam de wo mamu eyinum ya wotie na la onum de ade wa bobo abeda na abo ani won na ja homo nka because awon kana funi won do kabila appendix fu asem ntole kan obaka no mo mini ose ameyo a mati do nam kwando ba o pay
ha nye do o ati do roba
nti olbaka mo kan mo but what's the pain wo fie na wache afroba ohin na pain ni wo fie ayeden die asema me de beswa
but what can say money multimedia sanache as a party we share over the period and your man over friends ba for aboboso ha no a solo Ujitum pass multimedia have been biased to the NDC as a party.
Me pede metintim mo. Party na no government. Se government din sembi atwa me enkono. Emma me kesan asma government da ba no na me kan party da. Now no ye lay a very bad foundation for enemies and people who want to play mischief to walk on that lane. Ma abanda abano de nkam fide be ka chem do wonya no kwal no wa chocho nyina
o say ye be ba so afeni ye be listen one after the other
nti what say e ba na yo kala olutu no wofo nti say adam kai no scale nti yen hwe na yemfo na yemfa nkasa
ye be ba so kwamna preliminary uti afi wa huni enti asolo ha
me hu di enti awa
anaso wa kire mu
okay the what go fu enwe
you see one Solomon Kansa, you are like a brother to me.
Yes.
This is what na fidie so. Now ko kasa me mpe NDC for someone. You are not being right.
When I say your brother and shadow or
no. So don't say My relationship, you see, the person what you are saying say, NDC as a party, a nipa and a cordon salcoon, a coup. Untimi kase, mempe NDC for asem. When me wa ayonko for and yanom to say wo, me wa abusa for to say wo. So what I say, it's not fair. You're not. You see, party no there. You better way. What I say, I disagree with the principles of your party. I disagree with the origin, the foundation of your party, and I won't change.
But it doesn't mean say nipa umgo party.
Man can. I don't know why you pay focus and chance.
No one has out there. There's a party. No one move two. Me ma buy a guye. Oh, PNDC over 2 p.m.
Intellectually dishonest.
What is intellectually dishonest about
NDC for Nioko too?
Or also PNDC. Or PNDC.
Now, no Saturday. I'll tell you something. This Saturday, Saturday for your corporate worship. Eddie Bompire Ma, my Ghana. Any of my penny as well for not just on my Ghana. No, Unim Nipa represent here.
Why?
E.T. Mensa, any Commodore Steve Obimpe from the presidency and I Hannah Bisiu. And I also for be winning someone now more country relationship between SDNA or my buy. They were talking about PNDC days 1983. A community here SDA for bar and moi. Do you listen? Your NDC party, no, you are the people who trace your own history to PNDC, and you, Mama Yama say, you know, there's no difference between PNDC and NDC.
Okay.
And so
you're moving on.
PNDC and NDC.
But you're moving on. What's your name? But you're more Rakufi Sami. I'll call open your quaba. Onyami Adom. The Nyamias so to me do Abekaya, sir.
Maminchia, before when you're swinchia, Bushia for so Yama for Yakutu and Massa Adjana and Obiara at Quemu Numboso. Oh, Message Ghana for Camilla, you're on the flights. Oh, flights.
Okay, I multi TV, I do the West Africa. What happened? Now, Penny be to before.
What's he saying?
In fact, say, and I'm using the practical idea. Or say, Bema, Oba winning a ye bibida. Say, winning a worry do, and plan a matching do. Say, I don't phobia better
Muntempeno.
The basic biano, as I said, bomb modern say, Uncle Cat. Assembia abamuni onen intem da as a basis because that channel movement have come back together. Sure. Don't worry, Facebook for my.
Yeah, but bosso Marco.
No, you see, flimsy and very cheap as it is because in some way I was asking myself, say, did the information minister for now Oban or any research here? Carbon lead and mop here. Don't forget, I was in the studio that day.
Yes, and your video no hanti Bripamu your baby video no actually quite near Sassamino of course video no to be. And we know what Trotron. Now me to the meaning so look say ya one that so say BBC any biano. You better to you better am a ye at ye. That's how things we are. In the light of this. We any muno. How do you expect say name better to year in future? Because instead of one more, I am pro. Oh please, why is it being discussed?
Don't assume a role you don't deserve. This thing is not.
I am one of the best sectors of that program.
This is not about ecosystem. This is about the corporate multimedia. And multimedia is not interested in what you are saying. They want. And it's their wish that
all of a sudden you represent. You are not attorney for Everest and multimedia, and you are representing them
because they are a serious.
I'm gonna tell them.
No. That means you wouldn't know. I'm here sure of what.
Mister, one said me solo. Sanemano mempe.
Abadino.
Okay. I make a but make a go. Me person be the shadow. What the bear gross, I want here to make you point out. And the Asama making, I say, already no. Government stance has been very confused. Confusing. Okay, way in there, or channel, okay, way. First, almost unfair representation. Look, me, tell my MPP for Boycott 2 program. There were times I sat in the studio with 3 NDC people. 3.
True.
Who you host? You've hosted that program before. What is unfair representation about that? James Adenim Boate, I don't know. I was not in the studio. Me te say Bobie yam from Sobo me say I was on my way coming. No ne hana bi suit studio. And Abu Ramadan ti on movie. And some of them come from when Bobie kept saying say I because I had not been invited. I don't want to even go there. And then I don't hana bi suit on. Was that unfair representation? Yeah, you will feel some so quickly. Now what the bonita when him say what the bonnet see when this is all be ya. Nyankopon or deny the retentive memory as I say the kai and rasem. So petty nyama bi. Ube say na on kai. Now expose you. Na da wada party. Na da unipa bone semedi. Na me no me it's not me media minyaya and parliament I caucus no kra moye wo mo program so. Say me ma challenge producers no. Say other among invite here because you say what representation of parliament. But no decision no. Minyaya NDC for mon power mon fi on na mo former CPP. Na yen be explain your policies ni your programs. Na yen ton ye ho emma Ghana my ehun say CPP wo bi kan. Na ye bi pen na ye nyakwanya soso animdia ye wo ne ne ene anwode ye wo ni akukrodu ye wo no. E yade e betumi aye amana broso. I am praying for that. And multimedia I'm challenging you. Mon stand firm. Hwe. Yes me say. O for na for fool. If you cheapen yourself, people will see you as cheap. Me really support say other independent media houses and joining mono. You're entertaining an NDC guest here. I have a problem with it. I must raise
party is different from government.
I don't know it shows you the kind of confusion you dibu my Ghana. I don't know James Adenim Boate issue statement saying it was in behalf of government and what you chronicle we know. Says if you are national chairman of the NDC.
No,
what in multimedia.
PMS press.
I did not deputy general secretary of the NDC.
No,
or the news file. And who took the decision? Now you know why I'm saying this. If you are penny could fall up and so, I honorable was I say me mistake. I know what me. General secretaries of the ruling party
and national
chairman have been sitting in cabinet meeting.
True.
If indeed it was a government decision, I think that the most appropriate place I take is a decision at cabinet level. And the national chairman, any general secretary, no more take cabinet decision. They didn't know. Said this was the decision of government to boycott multimedia. I don't think Dr. Kwabena. That's the first point. But you see, when you're mampani, no mampani can you for or transfer mofrawi nanka, you can't carry for a becker account. The pennies or transvia or no ankasa on pen and carry. Now, Bema mofrawi nankano. Massa, no ankasa so no our problems as I say, wouldn't get ya. This is not the first time. Obetina deputy minister be a issue statement be. Ubawuna say, I assume Sibia can be. Yanko Riasiano, the president denies, say he's not aware. The government decision.
The president is fully aware of this.
I am telling you the sickness of this administration.
Let me tell you.
No, you didn't mention the president.
My greatest suspicion, and I'll be proven right, it was not a cabinet decision. They sat at the information ministry, took that decision out of emotions and passion, which threw reason to the dogs. And now they have forced the president to keep quiet because about he will be seen as exposing his ministers. But that is not good leadership. Make MP before pencil. After one cabinet meeting, more cabinet member back. I am Madame Fumiofa, Kwame Battles. Such on handle information. And over can send me about PSI. Say ministers in a total number of acres be. It was not a cabinet decision. Do you recall the swift response that came from the presidency? I don't think Kwame Battles came to apologize to the public for misleading us. Okay. But if you have this, if you don't have that attitude, And anybody, Obia can't say more Bamwa, no kind of sa, no fun with ya. That's what will happen. Microphone didn't try the president appoints them. Who could resist you say, I withdraw nomination cry? Oh, yeah, and I mean, names the parliament before rising, no, you're Pacific to Smith. I knew somebody who lies like that. You see, any minister, once a 50 even Nano, Bloomberg forecast said our city had fallen all time low. Not and then you know. Now the radio, so I can say the city has done more than any. When you lie on your way to power, you need to sustain that power by lying. And no, na ye mampani accessor did nancy from kwajo mampani courage and kuko draw for nancy from. Now who's the one in charge? Look, James Ajenim what is answer me. I deal with so now I can understand the difficulty of the years as we are. But I've given you a trend of a history. It shows say, even if it was supported by a majority of government officials, it couldn't have been the adopted position of government. I'm not sure example. Oh, you would tell me what kind of say? Of course, the main catch on say it could have been the reflection of Anema one way president because apart from Josiah Denimboatino, me and my for me near Koyotumbuafo, one also Bekabi said they are boycotting. Then say within the circles of government, we agree on that. And I know of what in Jai. But they say also can be. Say why they see here, then. Now they hear me, yeah. And it's a Sunday morning chronicle. No.
Number one, I say,
to what some see. When you know, your friend say. Ye di kata simeni asem potianity amoye dey see Asempa FM studios dano. Now fortunately for me, I was in the studio. Me, I've made my position clear in the public. Said they see what Bonteno na enye they see a reflection of what happened inside. You know that's my position. But of course, you have human beings who will act in a certain manner. The behavior and the conduct of the NDC, not government representatives. Because Anita D'Souza, Peter Boycott Tukono don't represent Ghana government. They represent the NDC party.
But Peter Boycott Tukono was invited as a member of government's communication team.
Which government communication team?
NDC government communication team.
And Otukono is paid by Ghana government.
I don't know about that, but I know he's a member of the government communication team.
You mean NDC communication team or government
communication?
Do we have government communication team? On your Ministry of
Information.
I'm asking you as the one saying it.
I know, sir, there's a government communication
team. The point
team.
I want to make you, me person who could do, I first I said about for. And they say, Otukono is an NDC boy, Anita D'Souza is an NDC girl, a woman, okay? And to Amono, they were representing NDC political party. Whether the government of Ghana is represented by NDC reps or not, there is an aside. Jamaica, one party for you better on. In any case, apart from ministers of state, political parties, they were representation. That is why sometimes they agree, say, NDC ni or minister of minister be at your. We agree because the minister no ever government side. Now party ni no aka party ni side. And you know in all no we who's the NDC for now kwakwa emi. But it's permissible, it's acceptable because of the separation of government from party. Okay. So I say na me can say Sisubio say NDC for na net your enya government to move for. Because omu bia no ma yetwa say twa mu ka so dia na ya atiase. Sa stand up by 1.6 billion. Na no mu fi say refi. Omo ayi headquarters na omu sia na no wo me aseri ba omu fi say ye jai. Ye nya ka sikadie ketahyehe any proya akodro aban yi no ye be guswa ka aye say Ghana should reject the government on the basis of that alone.
Right, message if we abemo reference ba for den sasha say or say as I say ye kai Ghana for say 1992 constitution e boama o my Ghana media ye adwuma na mom no enema bia Joy FM and we o ma list Joy FM o ma ye say emri bi o report say teacher for bi ya pam ho ntoma soldier for pam ho ntoma ya o mo say hospital no react say ye no cre Joy FM and retract story no maybe I say Joy FM ko kan say ora bibi asaba kwaji scafe vice president or so mama you know diabolical and some normica and Joy FM for retracted Joy FM for because say gunshots be pay actually vice president office react here Joy FM for and free ho and a twasso so semia abai ebubosu yi no
ehu hia ha na asemi awuna wade asemi abo asoi ebisa me awuna de yam de oye no kwa no donye no kwa but anima me jedi de Joy FM multimedia management woye manche mawasi wensi anambwa nti sembi dem no fatu nchen once waje eyaba as their reason nam so ma ka cho de woyinchim de the madi onche bia no botwa
okay
ngina wona
mate mame kwa homa so Dr. Mesan Maugbe executive founding director de ma Center for Media Analysis yene ni komo akra niam akoso Dr. Maugbe akwaba
yeah me watching anywhere tiefo nyina
yo na no pay so yes you da so yes aka wo niam akoso efi se yete sa ban se on multimedia eto nkwanta ma pai na government say ni programs ni adi nyina akra ko ha yehu ye say ye gate crashes no mo ye adwuma ewo media analysis mu say na asemi si ye no mo analyze the media landscape within and outside Ghana bras asemi aba
se usha asembia ebaye no de asefim abakakra esan se sebi ewiase se wasem kura eda na nkyere se kofa kotokuro yesi asem te se dean ya yede yano na eka entino se ekoba se ye kobo multimedia adwumakuo no kwa dubi se enam sebi womu ensem etrotro efa nintino aban ayese oni omu etunkwanta ya paya de wosi edikan bisa ye ho se aban no oni ne hwan aban ewo homa oman ni nyina na aban so aye oman no eja enti se obabi esefemu a anase otofemu a yentu akwada no asawram ne mom no opekwan a obetimi asaye den edina beka oma ekudom no ho na wenso de ankoba ne sa enti yetonkwanta ya pan ne de enya de wo se yesomu ne mom o se yepese ye ka ho asem se eni se ekoso se biom se multimedia group kura no adwumakuo no wo nyuma kura to sin a na enye ne sa ene wo se ba no
asemi ba international media for some who say the hunsu sanso bi beboa o man Ghana da obodwumadi ana
se bio ye se ye friend say asem de konkono so no wanhwe yi a de mfuturo na eba wani be eba ho so na adane obi pose ku ha na enam se basa etina bi no obi nim edi ebesie ena de enso asem kura ye asem fa ewo saa aban anamontuo ni se aban ejina homa ye nyina enti se aban so oni dumakuo ye omu de ubo enyumakuo yi ebitu nkwanta ya paya na ya atosi kakra esan se ebeye den na yate aban ensem ni bi ewo honom
aban so akire mu se we no multimedia de private entity enunti no so omo ne ni sa oso bi a amanfo no a etie da ubonwuma no wo mo choice wo mo ho kwan so wo mu tie ba bi o mpese o mu tie eno enfomso wo ho ana
enfomso wo ho pa enfomso wo ho pa kire se ankrankra adwumakuo ena ayete se edua abata ho eno na wo kan bomu a eye dua kro nenti se sabre ye free ase ni eyi nua matabata ho no a ebedru baabi no na edua kro na nkasa no ejina wa na enyeyi eno nti na wo se ye disasem etudwa na ye ka ho asem ni eyi ho pensempensimu na nka wo hwe Omanya pamo a yɛnyina yɛnsa hyase na ɛfrɛ no constitution no yɛyi dwumakuo bi ato hɔ ansa nsɛm a tete saa no wɔn na hwɛ adi eyie etu yie a yɛfrɛ wɔn national media commission ɛnam sɛ dwumadie nti nkɛbɛyɛ a wokohwinti ye multimedia group no ni afre won so se abanse de awuye no nie abanse mfuturo a wudi gu na nisuo nie na edie na wo kafa ho enso ankoba ne saa eno wono ene twa esini kakra
say baby asema bedure kwamba so ne befa so betumi atwa
de befa so betumi atwa ne se anope matine nka ye se ntenasie bi ekoso wo se aban any multimedia group adwumakuo no any ye online commissary a wo mo hwe nsa nkowa nwumakuo iso ema omudi omotro ensem a ye krogen a efini hu no omotenase na yeye mpensempensemu se bi hu ba bia obi afomu wa na kire se wahu ni nsunsu aso no awie na se saa nsiemu itimi koso a na se bi metim makao de emfa oman bia enkwa animu na saa na metim
na ne krakra no ebinimo adwen de adwen po bi tudwa se ehu hia mpo se multimedia ne aban bakwa ase ayesanse se edwumadie nsa se ekoba ne saa na akwai tse ne aban ehye da obo dwumakuo bi se onye sei anase onfa nsem ne nto a asinchiremu no se na abechiremu afa
asinchiremu ni se enye aban na beto nsa sebio obi a wode na asem call asemdibia no won se ntimi ni na asem ema ne nyeye ye wo commissaire ya mebudin no so mo to nsa efre multimedia group a ye adwumakuo no na se wo se omukọ esanse enidie owe ema ekuro etimi gina yie na nso se beye se obi abe sorry na wo twitwitwi nyumakuo etete se multimedia group no se beye Peace FM se beye Oma FM se beye Radio Gold se eni se ye ma ho kwan kra na de mekane se multimedia group adwumakuo no wo mo nkoso nye omo adwuma na wo mo nyina nso wapam bi a kire se nsem no se wo ka kama ho nte no mo hwe no mo nye omunyuma yie eno ano no
yo Dr. Mezan Malgbe anopay multi-TV yada se papa.
Mesumi damase.
Center for Media Analysis Kwanche for Penny. Openi oba kire se esese yeko na ye ni aban koto koto atwadwe. But obviously, me te se na one kwabra bo fa musi ehun hia se yeko.
Kaba. Hwe oman mu no. Se executive arm of government no. So on fam mra nya adwuma. Then enfa ne yeko. Hwe sa
yinya order
set up now on
yinya order
sa pepe ni eya o ma tro wa eya ni wo say information minister o the way beba when you know say rules of engagement you know and say constitution na ye mra ye nyina
order bi dai
constitution is say obi media house bi na say media report bi aye bibi na se eni ne kwan mu a ne wo se wo ya ne se o National Media Commission ana se o be sue no court se ne ma na o ka no enya no krea na buy na se o kire example ema citizens no ya follow na abai no won kire example na won fa de no commedia o the Media Commission na won nyam bibia then you have a right na nye media house na ono ye bone na punish no oban only to me hute say obekwa punish obi efi say ye ka organs of government no ye ka legislature, executive, judiciary. There's a fourth organ which is the media. Ye nyina democracy ni ye no ye che ne be ya ye mo fa hodie ne ye kokko ye kroma no ne ye papa no ye nana no kokko ye gi ye fa hodie no obi mama metran so na ne am say bo mo ye kire say information a ye Ghana for die ye nyina ye de information ye de no eno wo person wo deprive ye of some information now so of multimedia man no Now why not report to her and chess citizens no say we na koso wo man radio gold ana say one mo de na GBC ada na say GBC nkwa na e so I don't want ma kwasitum license say on fanya because ya liberalize ade no say competition mrem obi antimi nkonko ye bi na obi a report na say wo say wo ma na che say de wo gi na num aduane ana o person chechire den sa chichi kwasi tum sa to na chi no ka tell say wa anya ni amembe pese me wo hia ma me a anya wo nidi workers ni nyina nidi close down na we a serious thing ya titi ha ye we a direct attack by one realm of the estate to the other, which is one organ of government. Fourth, you know, it is enshrined in our constitution, say, media, no, obi antimi ko attacking no, but say no, media for nyina so sorry. No who say one, so man sorry executive we itimi mua kwestuma, ofri kwestuma obekwa ko mua despite,
especially considering Omaba
Uti. Omwa despite we are no they call Japan ho omwa won nyina we are
no kokuba ko
wasa utie wa hu hwe
because when you try to say own comment further
no so nche de onu nti won for bronya won we akokọ yen won
onya bronya
Martin there me stations are them handma member stations
station station bia station papa so any
I don't afterthought.
Yeah.
Afterthought. We no excuse because who first no. One say one more bobie.
But my main can't say near course so I'm a proceed for about video no eti ye be ya che ebra oh there be your other issues you be pon 9 o'clock bajo
yeah 7 bed say phone yet here menua onya botre na discuss issues
right it
issues in say kaba one BBC wasempa a branch of multimedia and as a subset of multimedia. It does not constitute the whole of multimedia. One aspect of multimedia. Na bobi ansane you know BBC kakra wo kwasitum one arm of the empire no station no asempa na niesi ene say opani obi wo wakofa wo adwuma government nso atamils ono running executive say the minister bi abone anas wakoye bibi na so on pet say Martin Hamidu say omokoye meeting wo ba bi no na Martin Hamidu enso wa ye no say the conduct ana wa misconducted ho wa nyina dia na Ghana fo nyina ye bo ayi say ya boycott executive government na say bobia ye bibi na say multimedia administration aka cha ne say ye ne manage you ye na wo share ase enti yes ko travel nchen na mo se matiko apai enu nti se no adwuma na obi ayi ne suka wo ne bottom asset na nkasa na adwuma na wa employ ne crowd za wo kodi boni wo adwuma na kwastum so o sake wa ana say wo ko suspension na government ebeba say yenso aboycott na yenra ne say na ambe bobie kaba yenra ne say na ambe na wo ye we wi a na sa fi de backfire kire say nienti a government ene NDC fo no say won aboycott no say bobie reportage tembia bias towards them enunti mo ka kire so suspend no na platform na wo mo di push wo agenda no ena ma reduce sa platform no na mo no so de mo ye mo business mo ye business to make a profit and to report fairly without bias. Now wo mo say because mo ne mayi we yesi won nti wo agenda no on push no me nyanka make catch one say oh What can so on crown and on step aside one investigation. One investigation outcome about Sebo Bieno. Ye was and pan, I say, yet Nequa Hanasi and Vanaquano de a multimedia internal affairs. More penwa, more American offer. I'm on Vanaco Radio Gold, and I say, and I'm going to yes, Monkoti, another FM station. Government in the upper. Uncle Kreti, on Vanaco GBC. He has the power. Government need power on bay. One moon cast us no afid ye. Wakofa Eddie Aqua or the call with Joy FM. West Media.
Yes,
or the free Asempa. Onka Sempa, we know Asempa be out crowd him or the call Joy FM. Na say why Joy FM?
No, what can't Sempa there has a Cabo LED group of supporters to the group and also
okay. No, but you
oh no, me see your video no anti but that video na ready I know ya
now what we have for one media commission now your complaint and me expect say freeze back for no be and say obetra say no my adwuma e Minister of Information
but just to help your argument I just saw the Herald newspaper some multimedia no Ghana government was shares
10%.
And now
my goodness. The about is a this government. You see, me the name who say the executive power near the executive power near the ma. Binum na one you power no arbitrarily. You see, power na what the amount no power no to me no. What they bought just say one person of family kwan so utie kaba
I don't know how the baby
kaba utie kwesi chu onye boni bia Joy FM nye boni bia waye boni kra ye wo baby a ese wo de ko na sa e ko pensem mu na papa ne de no kan ya me ne nya adwene na obisa me ho question na e de we nyina aba ne se
ense ye ne aban tenase ni NCC adwumadie bia
one abai e wo problema abai tro enkoma authority na ye de tumi ahye on sa say when 20 bi ba won be hwem no otro kwa sang National Media Commission so e be tro multimedia na say Joy FM and as Asempa no was say ye ja complaint o na mo so
mo ka den
ho no mo so atro na fi se ba se ye be set up arbitration tribunal and say bibi kura wa mediation bia ansana wo pensem no hu say ade no we na di for ana we na eni for ana as ade no kura se na aye no ye mfa wo nyina mabom na ye nka na nye adwobrewa oho ni sa na ye be ye no na mo mfa complaint bia nka ma wo mo how can Media Commission bring in a Joy FM and Asempa to answer questions for them to properly adjudicate on issues now a competing no say we say enti yen ye say yen gina finfin ye say kwesi twum why money enti ye twaso na kwesi kum tika so on pene dia na aban no wo to me say obeka say and he said the wo so unti ubebu mra no agu ana obebo mra no agu ana say untie ne a empa ne kan dia na kire say wo no wunyo bi a ye beba in that respect and I say in that case no obi abe supporto
government
ni aban ne ye no because empa no ana referee no ana judge no I can accept etia
right
na wanye ne saa na wo say esanse me de me wo tumi nti Tarzan gorilla chimpanzee me de me sa bobo me kuma say me fam
Tarzan gorilla chimpanzee
oh say
rule of the jungle
metaphorical
on
class say
aman nkofo was
oh Adom solo
messages be bring
about me one down for bebre wo it doesn't matter
who group identity
many group identity Bonnet ya bonnet na papa ya papa.
Okay.
Say who
and one only preach them sermon.
Solo money.
One only preach them sermon.
Oh money.
Say President Mills na buy. President Mills na buy ya the pa. I say born about
one of
us. Oya born was say kasa kire.
Me da say. Kwabna now say eno so who disagree say multimedia any oh there be no so ka say issue with it.
Me the make can
Kaba me so wan asem bi kan krebi
Mama say Boycott
o ka o dey wi a
over say an answer
kasa wa kuma kasa
you know media as much as possible Ghana government taking decisions I say reflect the aspirations
of the people
and the wishes of the people abaya won't take a decision and as any and reflect the views, the popular opinion of the people, the aspirations of the people. Now, or ya banya it because or ya tyrant, and as a friend tyrannical. So now we are sadena, and yet amamu papa. So Ghana for do wamutie multimedia, Joy FM, Asempa FM, Multi TV.
Adom FM.
Love. Joy Online. And this is an empire that your government,
what percentage?
You need this a platform. Now with him. Kaba eya udi bonia eya na refi sembebre. Abako sem kakra hunya. If there's any media empire, I want very sympathetic to the cause of the NDC in opposition. And even in government, it's multimedia. It's multimedia. On himself, my platform was one of the first media empires to call President Mills president-elect in 2008.
2000, see any call elections,
Even ahead of electoral commission.
Yes.
Me, some of us had problems with the media empire because they're not more, a recipe for disaster.
We called the election. We didn't announce the election.
Oh, you don't know the danger in doing that. The danger in doing that, especially in your circumstances, say one woman nim say mumu announce certified results or uncertified results from the EC.
Certified results.
Maybe all the two us.
Near announce certified results.
Can I finish? The point I'm making is the ordinary Ghanaian listener or take the radio aircan, any the aircan on the net, or taking as a gospel position of what it is.
But it was what they came out.
There's always a proviso.
Yes.
Say, according to data na
President Mills,
the most important
NDC
thing is
candidate President Mills.
The point I'm making,
yes,
doing that thing irrespective of which media house,
yes,
ahead of the proper,
yes,
authorized body doing so, no, it will create
also one declare. One declare election.
Or call election.
But the top of my
declaration.
Oh, no.
Oh, I would just say. When they call the election.
Another time we'll have this debate.
Yes, we can debate. Okay. The point I'm making, the substance of what I'm making is multimedia for a year and next, Modu Omato Apaso Amoho Onumi, NDC government, because they say Ghana government, they take that decision. No. That capricious decision. Minini.
Only say.
Minini.
Them starting what BBC accounts
NDC government. NDC government, it cannot be Ghana government.
NDC government of Ghana.
Ghana government cannot take such a capricious decision.
The will of the people.
Under 2 minutes.
Obili can ask there. NDC if we had a madden Sunday. Bobby any program.
And MPP for issue statement that can't say.
Na the eton circular na e basa no obi so na wo so. O che the MPP for so o she dan wo cabo lady uprising the one gone this was a child 2012 uprising but in ma no color woman there MPP aman yoku why taint multimedia through that thing. But for all that you care to know everyone so sure within the multimedia sector why one I mean me pede me bubu anamosusu amobi me nya convince am me more them here but you know said the masemi abania ye ni yale kan within that contest MPP for but Ghana was in impobo bread okonanim even a multi crowd na connection on okonanim onunti na yale ka the masemi or ye the MPP mama was swim in the waters of Chalkumiyao. In the waters of Chalkumiyao.
I said anything.
On your channel, because I have fancy. What's in there? Some chala in a year night and we will teach Okumiyao. Nan MPP in there. Oh, but our praises on multimedia.
Oh, I see.
And MPP, oh, make us a cabin.
I see.
MPP. And this woman body was one boycott. Actually, be allowed to coach a picture. What you want share bambum?
A damn picture.
Nina, another media.
Picture.
Oh, TV, we are walk Kufwa House.
Oh, baby, I didn't.
Tell us how to be on it. I referee no. Why do you other gun of war? But whoever see Wabe and Yelikin, it is within the context of our democracy. 152 match be about to come back to what?
But I say text message 2 p.m. Blessed of Ashtown. President Mills' God sent to rescue Ghanaians from the hands of the most shameless party MPP, NDC all the way for 2012. The NDC government is causing fear and panic to the nation, to the unprecedented erratic nationwide power supply. Isaac Nsunyai, is the government serious? You boycott multimedia, yes, you use their Joy channel for your program Majority Caucus. I know this week you know if the NDC have boycotted your network, stop reviewing their newspapers.
Absolutely.
Clementine Takra, I'm urging all media houses to stand firm and tell Ghanaians the truth, not to follow the NDC to their to do propaganda. From Ebenin Obuasi. God bless President Mills and Honorable Ali J. Ibrahim, the next MP for Doma East constituency from Bismarck, Wamanafu in the Doma East. And you see, the NDC has started scoring an own goal. Own goal. Tanko from Sehi, Adwafua. I love Emmanuel Kofi Abua for his development. Ama Kofi Abua all the way. Ayuba, Asasitre. Mills will go like Coach Stefanovic and ECG will kill Nzema because every minute the lights go of no work for sawmills, carpenters can't even work. Asma, Nzema nyina se kaba. So be true, correct nkwa, yintru nkwa kaba. They use multimedia platform for their campaign when they were in opposition. Now they want to steal the vote with their so-called special forces. They want to ban multimedia now. Father will do this. Nana Akwesi Ajiman, Tema Newtown. Kaba, I want to know if it is right for DCs to give lists to electoral officers to determine who are qualified to be registration officers. Pani and Abisa. Kaba asked Mr. Abuga Pele if he will work for 15 months without salary. Kintampo North Health Extension workers have worked for 15 months without salary from Sarkodie.
Minimum Ampa.
Ampa.
And the me I speak on authority. Me person for young people.
With the VPP, all things are just thrills from Nana Tabuama. Kaba. Yes, Biara say one call register na ama eniema anye basa. Kwaku Kwatini Nana Dunie from Mathematical Odegbari Obuasi Tutuka. Kaba the multi-TV Digibox adverts for salary workers. The deduction they didn't specify the month's duration. If you buy one, how long? Okay, Mpacho Register info na media ma. Ajingo in tema. Or see if the government and the NDC are boycotted multimedia, why do they then appear on caucus? Hypocrisy, Nana in Tamale. Come on. The people of German North want to know what is happening. Mukhtar Bamba was sacked from the office. Tell us the truth. Mukhtar Bamba. Okay, MPP time now. Something I will be saying. Hey, now same way. From Yamot, Kaba, the dark days are back again. Ghanaians were told, but they never believed. Seeing they say is believing. From Hamas, about 4 Kaba, Unim se multimedia, mube to me at the abino ako court ana. Mumfa NDC abain nko court. Amen. From Kodia Kumase, to describe multimedia as gate crashers at any state events is criminal. Report to the police before the unfortunate From Yamoti Mboga, President Mills' credibility is fast sinking. The hypocrisy is unprecedented. Kaba, the NDC has failed Ghanaians. We will vote them out. Kofi Intema. Kaba is astonished to the whole world that President Mills' campaign for Better Ghana is rather not the Better Ghana, but is Bitter Ghana today. Just imagine how human beings and animals sharing water for drinking in this Better Ghana. Shame to NDC, Nanado win by 59.7. Palon in Somania. From Atio Sport, Obuase, Kwabena, okay, Obi nkochre nidin, okay, Obi ankochre nidin, I know what trouble Musano. Na yentu abama na nado, me da say. Alijo Male and Wayosi Goso, Ghana for yenu say to Obama President Mills or say Adom any amamu boni. From Yamoti Mboga, the ban on multimedia is to divert the attention of the Woyome Gate, which is unprecedented. Kaba NDC is in serious crisis. We, the youth in Tamale South, especially Kuko, will not vote NDC again. They have disappointed us. From Abdul in Tamale South. Yamot again, Kaba. What is Solomon Kansan doing at your studio this morning? Let them apologize. From Kaba, I'll say Kaba, Kofi Adams' tape is a plot one, and the NDC, with the Better Ghana president, will pay for that suspension. From Iti Mensa in Wa. Kaba, can somebody tell President Mills and his NDC party that Ghana is not their bona fide property, and that they will one day account for their stewardship? Yamot again in Boga. What is Solomon Kansa doing there? Is Adom TV not part of multimedia? Steve in Takwa. Kaba, what is Solomon doing on your program? Are they not saying that they, the NDC, are not coming to multimedia? What a shame. For I burn them all, from their head to their toes, or their account. Please, Kaba, send my greetings to Nanado and Honorable Dr. Kwekwe of Sehi. We also MPP all the way from Kwekulaki, Sehi Buakon, and on the by. This is the way the NDC is going to hijack the party from the Rawlinses, and same will be turned to them if they go to opposition. Dogbe in Ho. Kaba, tell Solomon he should talk about the fact NDC will lose. Now all the way. NDC will lose this year's election because they are an... okay, we mean to mean kind. Maybe it's in BBNA. NDC should be ashamed of themselves. They don't have anything for Ghanaians. Please, let's vote them out. Timo from Akosombo. Text message about me Ebetuaso. Obra Kofi Adams is suspending from NDC and his activity as General Secretary Deputy. So, and now call crisis meeting. Be dear Sempana Kofi Adams. Why Bonnie Ben? Why?
Kabodi Kano Kofi for now into Munkada why bon, but Asam Kakrabano. Your partner so ye war. Share or never be them bar or the Ejinado, Editu Anamon. Don't forget the party you claim the probity, accountability, and transparency. And most times, no, you try there, you may instill discipline and what have you in the party. You see, maybe a kuneduno or there, never be bar, yamfa and brand and shayansa, near for juma. For all intent and purposes, no be better maybe I could Kofi Adams. And this from Panasam in a wide. Intended that you comments I am question because of Kofi Adams. Comments I yet and say this is an attack on the Rawlinses. Correct, Mabaho. My mom from Assam is the young question Sunday Kofi Adams in tea. Or a normal regular neck meetings. Such on yes, yet and said emergency meeting. Never. It is not. Even founder Rawlins came there and asked leave.
Neck meeting no baby.
Or by no better conduct.
Nana Kuno Dubai.
Nana Kuno is not a neck member. Or resigning as a vice chairperson. She's no more a neck member. But His Excellency, the former president, as a founder, is a member. He was duly invited.
But your leader of the party, Babi?
No, the deputy leader came. Vice president came. You see, I'm more leader and more deputy leader. Vice president. Is the deputy
NDC when they are in government, president, a leader of the party.
That's right. And you have got chairman.
Yes.
And then you have got founder. I didn't know, said they have got because of that.
No, they don't mind question them in same but this on the president becomes this on the no. If the president is not, if the president travels and the vice president is acting, he leads the NDC. So what is your problem with that one?
The more acting leader,
it doesn't matter.
When the president is traveling, confusion them will be.
Na yaji dem nsem na anti Kofi na asem no. No only an agenda do. It was a petition among ourselves.
By who?
Oh, a lot of us. Amuntumbodi abakara obey no agenda.
That is why you make petition.
We had of the agenda before the meeting started.
Odruwa proven wrong. For all credibility I work nyinara. Wala kabila be we as school akọ the politics aye abeda na photo board there NDC fo ye ni the yen meeting akaye no na Kofi Adams wo ye na agenda do ono ye one nti ye deliberation na members no obey overwhelmed the issue no aba no because don't forget there the NDC party is not there just because of Kofi Adams nti mo ben there ye di abobo no na ye de dem Kofi Adams na no ye de come because NDC and neck meeting you set agenda at FEC, at my
Functional Executive
Committee meeting. Now you set an agenda about a month ago because in painful being a bit to saffron. And the mean painful to saffron or that one agenda then Edimon, A1 BB Island. He take an agenda about a month ago. Former president, he needs about 2 weeks at least to date of a neck. The president needs the same. Leader of parliament and the likes. You understand? Inti, yeah, the maddening auntie, Kofi Adams was not part of our agenda.
So what was the agency?
Anybody told you? No.
I have plans, no. Why your plans, Abosome? Na Bibi Ashemwa. Then a Bema Kofi Adams day, a agent in Tia.
Good question. Of any
fantastic. And there, each of there, ye pay. Yadwina on Sanko. Ya agenda. O Sunday democratic. O Sunday ye tolerating and what have you. You could do on Obiaman and Saturday. Asema me feed the massam here. Massa member. And ye discuss it. Na well I then agenda into the agenda. Kofi Nasam was the last to be discussed.
Okay.
And the mama can't there ye discussing so Kofi no you
I understand say no work out. No correct.
No
almost starting meeting now.
Yes, starting me. I'm Kofi Betum. Kofi na founder na.
Na chese Kofi baby.
Antem say yeah discuss na some no you. But fortunately no obey. Obotum ye man akonya mo kasai. Okasa we ne mo as the iron as a fake. Ye ni kwan bia de betumi prescribe any sanctions against him because we deal with our party's constitution. And the constitution tells us that any anti-party conduct must be referred to the disciplinary committee. Fortunately for the NDC, we have a disciplinary committee. But then, it is also on us. There, you decide that I don't know why or not in office. No investigating another one in the office. And the mu binum na ye na
e no why because Kofi Adams me na kasa ama wakase ohun se waya ade boni bia tape no enye ne voice ya
okay anyana ne da nkomo onye ndi no na la anyana ne da nkomo na la onye ndi no Sunday all them respect honor ne right and na personal what do you call it confidentiality of discussions and oath of secrecy mo neck meeting me ba anya dem bobo no ma amene me yeden ma de kyerɛw nchatema se entinde dan koma yanyini di ye man kwan okasa wie ma okɔ pado na ye take decision ye wie sans your friend mo buy na ye decision ya kan ye di tu nani
what was his response
wan ka hwe court sama Kofi so lokɔ court no me pede me
because how na ka me beba
court wono ano wo room wono osin kof bi aka kan sama afa no a ofi there we gu n'enyim ase
we di fame
atmase a ono no osi all court into ono no but on this decision to suspend him until the case is determined on no man to was in Biala. The issues were a month be was started 1 per NDC for Yasam. No, I start. No, you attack on Rollins.
No, because Omaka said also Bempa. Asemo Kokai. Ya chino ama BNI heni omodi and beyond 48 hours.
Ya also Bempa Oyawana.
Oh yeah, A to Mrs. Rollins.
Enti
Fonka.
Since ya peda catch him there. Ghana ha ya ombre bien. No woman anymore. A to President Mers or President Rollins or anybody as there them bring.
Emranim for actually say asem no kan no a civil suit esen ka de no court na ye bonu ko adu for libel. Na ye che no kwa fa so che no.
Young fan there was an error in that procedure. How then does it? Young fan, remember. How then does that lead to an attack on the Rollins?
When you arrest the official spokesperson of Mrs. Kradu Adman Rollins.
Based on ordinary game, all nuti. How do you know one walk at you? You see, maybe I'm not trying to I am the master you cannot sit here. You have to patiently wait. And don't bring all that be that here.
I'm so sorry, sir.
Kawano Pado, I am Brown Bill Capcus. Onia, my make a chon in concert. Oh, in your concert, I have 40 pounds damon. And my Afro tell him coping, but not some dodo then, or coping it. Martin there. Sabi, also Bempa, MPP for what tried the Obama was zoom some poster be there or ye aid to Mrs. Rollins. I mean, then I'm melody because my man was a director of operations, Fonka. And Fonka is not an establishment of Nana.
But video, my memory, video, and near my course, so as some perfect premises, now a coffee answer me now by and part of video I read, you heard your course. We are Omin Charles Uber, you are better to us. You heard your course so premises of Asempa FM about 3 weeks ago. Adema NPP ono na muhu no ho no na anim ha no Joy FM Asempa FM ne His FM anim abonten entrance na hu ho no se binu pese omura studio ho na osemo monko na Mahindra ine si hoi yo enti bajo yes anko ni nkoti nkasaya na ekoso for crowd control equipment just say eno na se nipa bodom pem na approach for percent om control nipa dodo abefum ho no a kai ohun say kai ene omo amo eno omo dia biso multimedia dan no enie mo amunim kokomlemle no ha na Joy FM Hits FM ene Asempa FM na fi more myjoyonline.com umina shedan bakum enti no Police na near course Sadano and Sabri Mati. So, I feel member Subium no more Cabra Mamitio or NDC, Senor Mahando, Urakufi Adams, I say me. Oh, but the top fan got the time, Yako.
Martin there, and Asama Yedin, Yan Shet Nimpa. The law is no respecter of persons.
This is not an attack on the Rollins.
This is not. And in fact, it is even going to enforce what Rollins has been preaching within the party.
And
or there you make sure that there's discipline. Or they make sure that put us in a good light. Society being there, you buy in the best interest of society.
Right. Kwabena, Kofi Adams matters arising.
Yeah, me that say. And then before no quickly, I'm saying video no lie. Now go point trade down for so hatasri udi.
Oh, na say can you come down and make a video.
Oh, master to was.
Some man so okay.
Just finish. I mean me follow. It's fresh in the minds of the listener and the viewer. It is important to comment. There was Antonia Befa Cabo with clubs and machetes leading a mob to a Senpai Film Studio.
One work at the Massimo.
Multimedia didn't do anything.
That was Cabo.
I don't know
leading a mob.
Oh,
talks
yeah. Now
with machetes.
He underestimated the NDC.
Oh, you see,
so when you got it more.
Mami Kasa Obini Mami Kasa Munya Kasa Boko. I'm trying to imagine because I was in the studio at this time I'm talking about.
Now Nippon on your carbon.
There is an
NDC lady I know.
They're trying to restrain them. You lie, a government machinery. I didn't want you ashamed watching this television. Honorable Chris Bafu, aren't you ashamed watching this television?
This is the last
please shut
end of the event.
How much chicken out? No more gone.
At this point, can be fully gone.
Right.
So Cabo has.
One and all my report. No, what time?
Now
get yourself. You
video now video now on the scene. Video now on the
natural. These are original way. Girl, you were friend of a Manson someone. Girl, friend charity. See the woman fighting. Yes. The woman was fighting. Yes. Violent behavior.
Point noted.
What bad
Solo, please. Gentlemen, thank you. Kofi Adams.
It exposes the first say.
How? Kofi Adams there near uncle.
I'm a more body than you. Kofi Adams. Two, I'm mentioning angle. See. Party be our one share the age. Now, I'm saying the man says when this constitution say you refer to disciplinary committee, and I say onya disciplinary challenge be the suspend you. When as opposition no, or the talk crack. Oh, that suspension no. Now mean the entire 1 more day 3 months period not to. Was it also to say the 3 months period? A period the disciplinary committee to conclude its work, so that if by 3 months disciplinary committee didn't even conclude the work, they will go suspended. And no. But you see, when you are categorical that you are suspending the person for 3 months, it also then means that within that 3 months, conclusion over the investigation for which you have suspended him should have finished.
Right. Yes. Yes.
Yes. No analysis. Otherwise,
you have to go back.
Education or something you have expressly stated in your constitution. This is interpretation. What are you talking about? And me, I have a difficulty because investigations no. Ebi ansensen bi betuma ko twetwe mu aba a bit me elapse 3 months no.
Okay.
And then me nim the entire omo ye categorical.
Let's say
3 months. But omo nim dia omo ye.
Okay.
Now there's an issue. Utie die and some say asem papa ye gina so dey na kasa akokugu afidi so. Kofi Adams is denying ever saying that any one ma forensic experts been so one more preliminary comments on it is you may need some form of technology expert to prove say indeed Kofi Adams and kasa hunade. Me even the content as some poor kind you know I think is being over exaggerated. As some no yeah as a that no akoye African election
Jaref Mers
on my interview be and no can say after 24 minutes a day ya twimo man 48 minutes well as I said ya twimo dudu bi because me tie tape no granted class e Kofi Adams kasa and some one more eka so okaye no I don't think it's entirely captured on the tape like that, but again that is another matter. I mean per se it's worth my friend say. Now Angela would buy a kaba. I mean, he tried hard as he could know. I had a consistent attack on the Rollinses. Then was a fay in a moon. From the election period, now me I mean, some Mr. Rollins and in the year, what would you move Jim Cross at a president? Because Ubekaya, right from time Amukoya Congress, when we President Mills as some candidate some years back. The closer people around Mills kept saying, "Oh, what am I saying? To me, and I'm say, I did the Bay Rollins." They started saying it. You get to me, and I'm one. Oh, because you cannot just swim in this.
Oh, because it's about him. No, it's because it's about you.
And that was said to prove, say. Mills was going to be his own man to counter the accusation from opposition people at the time. Opposition to NDC at the time said, Obe consult to them, Mr. President Mills some time ago said, Obe consult to 24 hours. This was said, so with the Munkai, or we never move say Obe Kutukutuno, so Obe Sumna. This was said in that context to respond
to worship Rollins.
Oh, I didn't say that.
So why then?
I'm saying what was said to debunk a feeling.
I'm taking out from your usual position.
Got from usual position.
But you back and forth in the others, so. To ask what I'm
even during the campaign, what more say they were going to dissociate Mr. Rollins, President Mills from Rollins, new record. And you Kaya, the word new NDC was introduced.
2008.
Yes, the new NDC. Read their manifesto. Yes. The new NDC. Nana Obuzama almost the old NDC was representing Rollins and the PNDC.
You're a big liar.
And the new NDC is John Evans at Mills. Oh please. Guys are there.
No, you can't do that damage to us. Analysis based on rims and caprices. Analysis based on rims and caprices.
No, we are about so
nothing there. In same way on a many pound cancer or chanson. But
no, 2008. Mo campaign.
The reason is that our opponent held us anti-A, B, C, D, whatever.
So you say you are new.
So does that mean that Rollins will be sacrificed for the new? Is that what?
Okay. Point noted. But we now make Sammy House answer your time.
So, one more even during the campaign. That agenda was clear in their minds. To me, it was a tactics. Then those who saw said, no, that thing worked. Distancing Mills from Rollins worked. Let's now deepen it. Let's now rebuild the NDC and dissociate it from its criminal record of PNDC days, of military junta. And you know, they put the wedge there. And almost started to say, one, they were going to embark on an amendment of the constitution to collect and claim the authority of leader of the party from the founder.
When?
Oh.
Amendments no
So today, you see, they've inserted a clause. Oh, I want to. So they went and inserted a new clause. Say, if you are the president, the party nipa power, the sitting president becomes the leader. Am I yet Rollins? To me now what? NDC.
I'm not a leader and founder of the NDC.
Never. Never.
What was
Rollins was never a leader of the NDC.
You see, let me tell you, that thing was done.
What are you talking about?
That thing was done in 2002. What we did in what do you call it?
Tamale.
So what was Obama the leader of the NDC?
When was the chairman?
Yes.
Yes.
It was chairman.
Okay.
Yes.
It's
not true. It's not true.
But
this guy is
it's a lie. I'm not a friend.
I am not a friend or a fan of the Rollinses. But let me say this on record. President Mills exhibited the highest level of ingratitude towards Mr. Rollins. The highest level of ingratitude. Yeah? All the problems Rollins has had in the NDC, say, oh, yeah, dictator, or yeah, tyrant, pseudo declaration, vice president, was the biggest beneficiary of the JEA Mills. From nowhere, he made him a vice president. From nowhere, he made him the candidate of the NDC. Now, what you do,
I'll be very unfair to you with the time, but
one, Kofi Adams. Kofi Adams saga. One, either say be content of a say tape no. Wama doctor say enyo name no kan wo no enye ne voice ana say any voice say any voice impo a ensem na wo kan no enye new from ensem Rollins aka say Atamils olusu election 8 months.
Yes.
Before
2 months into
2 months into his tenure to lose here, which means he say Rollins need you say
President Mills
win the elections. No. Secondly, Neyere be challenging no.
Yes.
Say Papa no ultimate for NDC and call him. All this time no, Kofi Adams was the spokesperson
and the deputy
general secretary, and Mamenoso was the first vice.
No,
what had happened to NEC?
Yeah.
And NEC now we could take his suspension decision. No more.
When the woman challenged.
When the woman came as president, first of all, President Mills or a party member, even though a founder. No. All kinds of President Mills lose the election 2 months into his tenure. No.
That's right.
Oh no, I remember why I said disciplinary NEC Uncle City. I'm suspending for 3 months.
Yes.
Secondly,
you are bringing new angles.
Secondly,
go ahead.
Or your vice, or challenging us on to me winning tea on Pelabintra.
That's right.
This time, Kofi Adams was a spokesperson. Yeah. So those were not carrying.
Absolutely.
Kofi Adams was a deputy general secretary who was carrying this woman to elections. Yeah. It was a tamale.
Sunyai.
I like that angle.
Or carry woman not to elections. Why didn't they call on him and blew him out? Well, Rollins Akase, Mills corrupt.
The most
corrupt. NDC, yes, I basic firm.
What's your big
NDC? You see, Sanya Mena, Nanyentia Abasesiano, unim tape, a bayacho. Nientia Banan say, and say, one. Woman who said President Rollins, what did he do here? Manchuabuana. One man, I won't offer Kofi Adams, no. As my Kofi Adams can say, invitation, no. And they are punishing. Secondly, or say, or Baba Giway, Uti, and just a woman who said President Rollins, no, one group, no.
Right.
What might that crowd say? I dare no, fact.
One of Carocrero.
Otie.
And finally, finally,
why should you give him the right of response?
Finally,
because finally now what they are here Kofi Adams no is a nail in the coffin of Rollins in the
on his side.
On the woman they are nailing na woman no bueno I bet say a division na be no
gentlemen
ni apa okita pa
Kofi Adams you have right to we give you internal criticism founder they be are criticized. Kofi Adams was engaged with an opponent member.
Oh, your spokesperson.
Wait.
Allegedly.
The difference between Kofi Adams or
Rollins called you greedy bastards.
It doesn't matter.
He called you this.
You are freedom.
Nation looters.
But you have no freedom. With your group there, able to any opponent
outside.
group.
Thank you very much. So Jaman,
what Rollins said. Atamils must go. Anybody else but Atamils.
You were CPP parliamentary candidate for Kintampo North. The messages are about a dose making kind. Gentlemen, thank you very much.